my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to get on here today. You know, we've heard all the stuff about the GoFundMe, which I don't agree with. Right now, the GoFundMe is at $59,000. And apparently, the Idaho Victims Fund will not support the Gonzalez family with what they're wanting to do. And I think I might know why. Because they didn't have any victim state applications. You know, victims right notification application. They didn't have any of that. Now, I will tell you who did, though. Victims right notification form. Victims rights for Ben Mogan. Victims' rights forms for Stacy Chapin, her husband, Hunter Chapin, Maisie Chapin, Dylan Mortensen, Bethany Funk, Jeff Kernodle, Jasmine Kernodle, Kara Kernodle. The only place it is mentioned in this case summary about the Gonzaleses is the no contact order. That's it. They did not get any application at all for the victim's rights notification. Now, you probably wondering why that is, because they are the parents of one of the victims, Kaylee Gonzalez. Guys, the victims in this case is Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan. The families aren't victims. They were the parents of the victims, so that makes them victims' families, not the actual victims in this case. The actual victims are Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan. And there's more likely another reason why the Gonzaleses didn't get a victim's rights notification form application is because they were refusing to interview with the prosecutor, Bill Thompson, his office. They wouldn't interview with his office. The other families did. The Gonzaleses didn't. Now, I wanted to read you this thing that Christy Gonzalez put out on October 4th. I would also like to address the fact that our attorney, Shannon Gray, along with ourselves, is constantly being accused of cashing in. Well, gee, I wonder why. On doing interviews, and that's why we do them. This is absolutely not true, and none of us has ever been paid for doing interviews. Do your homework. Ask any news outlet if they pay for interviews, and they will tell you no. We are so tired of being attacked for so many stupid things. Well, maybe if you wouldn't open your stupid mouths, you would be attacked. Haven't we gone through enough? We love all of our supporters and everyone that stands with us, but the hate and lies and rumors, it's too much. Please keep it off of our page. I beg you, we are a real family, and this page is ran by several of us. Please stop the hate. I would just like to share the email from Latah County. They do not have any resources available for us financially to attend trial, 7 hours away. People call us liars and spread rumors that the Victims Advocate programs provide families $25,000 that is set aside for us for this type of thing. Well, here you go. It's not true. And this email is from our Victims Advocate that has been assigned to us since the beginning of this tragedy. I hope everyone understands the need for the GoFundMe, which I really don't understand the need for the GoFundMe. I really don't. There are 10 of us going. Why 10? Why 10 people? 2 are retired, so their income will not affect the other 8 of us. Will have limited income from vacation and PTO time. Limited PTO time and vacation time. We still have mortgages, car payments, utility bills, insurance, and various other bills to pay, including living 7 hours, 13 hours for Olivia away in an Airbnb. We are not looking for anything fancy, just a home that we can all maintain some normalcy while we are spending long days at our daughter's murder trial fighting for justice. Please try to understand and put yourself in our shoes. Extravagant vacations and fancy new cars are the furthest from our minds. With love and honesty, the entire Gonzalez family. Well, I'd like to know exactly why 10 people have to be there. Why not 2? The mother and the father. That's it. Maybe Steve Jr. or Olivia. But no, it's going to be Kaylee. No, it's going to be Steve, Christy, Olivia, her husband, these 2 other people that's retired. That's 6. Okay, that's 6. Who are the other 4? Why does 10 people have to go to this thing? Why can't it be, 2, 4, 6? Why 10? And what kind of stupid reasoning did Steve G have, saying that Brian has spent a century studying criminology? Brian doesn't look 100 years old. What the hell you been smoking, Steve? And why have you been sharing? Maybe with Christy. But I wanted to play this quick snippet from, yes, everyone's favorite POS, Nancy Grace, where Steve states that he was planning this in his room in Pennsylvania before he moved to Pullman. Planning the murders of Kaylee, Maddie, Zan, and Ethan when he more likely didn't know who the hell they were living in Pennsylvania before he moved to Pullman. Like, really, Steve?
Yeah, I'm trying to be careful how I describe some of the things that
and that may change as the trial progresses, that the victims were hunted down. There is no...
No, the victims were not hunted down. And she even mentions the fact that the judge and the prosecutor both stated that they were not stalked. There was no evidence of stalking, but listen to her little flimsy way of trying to skirt that as well.
just, you can't get that through your head that that's even possible.
Mr. Gonsalves, what you just said has been my theory from about day 3. Hunting them down. Because people always ask, of course, as you know now, the state doesn't have to prove a motive. But practically speaking, a jury will want to know a motive. And
she just made the statement, the state doesn't have to prove a motive. I thought the state had to prove a motive. I really did. I thought the state had to prove some type of motive for these crimes. That was just a very odd statement by Nancy Disgrace.
I believe, with all of my heart, from what we know now, and that may change as the trial progresses, that the victims were hunted down. There is no motive that we can understand.
There is no motive that we can understand.
Normal people can understand. I think you're right, Mr. Gonsalves. I think they were hunted and stalked and watched. Now, I know the state came out in court and said there is no evidence of stalking. And I take that to mean, in the legal sense, like sending Kelly emails or letters or leaving things at her doorstep, just showing up at her work, trying to date her. I don't think it's stalking in that sense, the way we normally think of it. I think it was more, as you said, hunting.
Yeah, I'm trying to be careful how I describe some of the things that is out there. But yeah, this is a criminologist. This is somebody who spent, probably a century studying law and getting...
Probably centuries studying law. That guy's only 28 years old. How can a 28-year-old spend centuries studying law unless he's a undercover vampire? My God, Steve. What the heck? How can he spend centuries covering the law when he's only 28? He's not a freaking vampire. He's not immortal.
The ins and outs. This person knows there cannot be a direct connection, an easy direct connection. That's how everyone gets caught. So you got to reverse engineer it back to what he was doing and the steps he was taking. I think this will go all the way back to his Pennsylvania home. In his actual room, you're going to find out that he planned this murder from that actual location, and he left Pennsylvania with a thought and motivation to go out and kill someone.
Could we use your house to trial our new energy-saving windows? We're looking for homeowners within valid states to test our new innovative Windows technology. Professional technicians will take care of everything: installation, delivery, etc. You only need to be a U.S. resident.
You know, Steve, you are bringing up a lot.
I go back to my initial statement, guys. What the heck has Steve Gonzalez been smoking? He spent centuries studying this stuff. Brian's only 28. He's not a vampire. He's not immortal. So how can he spend centuries studying this? Good God, Steve.
Lot of evidentiary implications of what you just said. I think what you're saying is entirely possible. So you believe, and I understand you are not divulging your source. You believe, and I'm interpreting, that Kohberger was at Pullman, and upon going back home before he started school, he had locked into your daughter.
I will say right now, we don't know if he locked into Kaylee. We don't know if he locked into Maddie. We don't know if he locked anybody locked into anybody. So I'd like to know why Nancy Disgrace is leading Steve into this type of mindset, because we don't know exactly which victim was targeted or anything. And you see, they are making this all about Kaylee. They're making this all about Kaylee. And he locked into your daughter. We don't know if he did it or not. He is innocent until proven guilty. And we don't know exactly who the target was. We've heard, it could have been Kaylee, it could have been Maddie, it could have been Xana. It could have been any one of those three guys. But this is another reason why the Gonzalez family irritates the crap out of me, is because it's all about Kaylee. Kaylee wasn't the only one who passed on that night. Maddie did, and Xana did, and Ethan did. So why is Steve and Nancy trying to make it all about Kaylee when it's not all about Kaylee? It's like Steve and Christy is giving the rest of the victims' families the good old up you. And just to go back to this really quick, guys. The only place that they are mentioned is the no contact order. No contact order for Christy, Olivia, Autumn, Steve, LL, whoever that is, and CG. They are not mentioned anywhere. Victims write notification form for Van Mogen, Stacy Chapin, her husband, Hunter Chapin, Maisie Chapin. Find it again. Victims' rights notification form for Dylan. And they had one for Bethany on here too. And they have one on here for Jeff Kernodle, Jasmine Kernodle, and Kara Kernodle. But you know what? The Gonzalez family is not mentioned anywhere on the victims' rights notification form, because they refused to interview with the prosecuting attorney's office. That's why.
I think what you're saying is entirely possible. So you believe, and I understand you are not divulging your source. You believe, and I am interpreting, that Kohberger was at Pullman, and upon going back home before he started school, he had locked into your daughter.
I don't know if he locked into the actual victims. I just know that there's signs that point to this individual had a lot of troubled past, and I believe they're going to show that this crime started back there. I think they're going to be able to prove that he thought and planned and strategized this murder and came out here, picked a community. I even think, this is my own personal feeling, I think he picked this area because of some previous killers in this area. And I think he came out here thinking that he was going to outdo them.
Oh, here we go with the reference to Ted Bundy and the Green River Killer. We've heard. I've heard this and heard this and heard this, and there is nothing tying this to those cases at all.
Was going to be that type of killer. The Northwest has a history of some pretty prevalent mass murder serial killers, and I think he came out here with an idea and a notion that he was going to show them how to do it.
Oh, hey, look at that! She's plugging the freaking GoFundMe. The GoFundMe that they don't need. $59,000 out of $75,000. Mark my words, by the time the trial is next year, that GoFundMe, they will raise it to at least $100K. If not before that, because they're already almost at their goal of $75K, because they're almost at 60. So are they going to bump it up some more? Please, GoFundMe. Just because the victims' rights refuses to help them. You know why? Because their names weren't on their victims' rights notification forms. They screwed themselves because they refused to interview with the prosecuting attorney. So there's no love loss for that family from me to them. The only thing I send is my condolences for the loss of their daughter. But they're the reasons why this freaking thing got moved. Because they weren't happy with exactly how it was going. They took the lead. In their own words, they took the lead. So the other families didn't have to. Well, what happened in the meantime with the other families, Steve and Christy? You screwed them. You screwed them over. Like always, guys, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification. Make sure you click all on it. You guys have a good day. This is Robert with True Crime Podcast, and I'm out. And I'm sorry I haven't been posting lately. I've been battling COVID. This is day 5 of it, and I've now been put on an inhaler because it was affecting my breathing. So you guys have a good day, and peace out.